Was the perfect soldier truly the perfect villain? Sephiroth is introduced as a legend, the perfect soldier, the hero people whisper about with reverence and fear. His fall, burning with madness and purpose, gave the world its perfect enemy. But what if that downfall was only stage lighting for something older? Something that wears people like clothes and planets like coffins. The chaos he brought was only a signal flare. The destruction he promises is just the next phase of a hunger that predates memory. We are not hunting a man. We are tracking something ancient, something that learned his shape, using his memories, his will, every trembling instinct that once made him human. What moves in his place now follows an older rhythm, speaks with his voice, and makes you wonder if the thing we call Sephiroth ever truly ended. Let's get one thing straight. Sephiroth is an incredible villain. The game establishes him immediately as the supreme legend, the most powerful soldier in Shinra's history. His reputation inspires fear and admiration, the standard every warrior measures against. And his fall from grace? The Nibelheim incident, where he discovers the twisted truth of his birth and burns an entire town, is a masterclass in dissent. From that moment on, he feels less like a man and more like a calamity remembering how to walk. We chase Sephiroth, but after Nibelheim, is that really him we're following? Or something else? To understand the lie, we have to go further back than memory. 2 millennia into the dark, when something fell onto the planet and never truly left. The Cetra named it the Calamity from the skies, Jenova. It isn't a god, a weapon, or a mind with purpose. It's a parasite. An alien organism that learned to survive through imitation. When it fell to the planet, it watched them, copied them, and replaced them. It learned how to pass for something living, and once it was believed, it was already inside. Jenova doesn't invade. It rehearses affection until imitation becomes possession. Every face it borrows becomes real. Every voice it mimics stays its own. When it moved again, it didn't crawl from the crater. It simply resumed. What the Cetra sealed away wasn't a body. It was an instinct. The need to perform life itself. And that instinct never died. That same ritual repeats in Final Fantasy VII. The figure we chase, the legend with the silver hair, isn't a man returning. It's the echo of that ancient hunger. Mimicry elevated to myth. It imitates so perfectly that the edges blur. Reality bending around the performance until what's real is just what believes itself to be.
Jenova.
Tell me, is it really you?
Okay, let's return to the beginning. The deception works because of how the story is shown to us. For most of Final Fantasy VII, we see the world through Cloud Strife's eyes, and his mind is a shattered lens. His memories bleed together. His own life, fragments of Zack's, and hallucinations born from Marco and Jenova's presence inside him. He believes he was a soldier beside Sephiroth in Nibelheim. He wasn't. He was only a witness who forgot how to separate what happened from what he needed to believe. That broken perspective is not just tragedy, it's camouflage. For most of the story, the figure we pursue, the Sephiroth, who leaves a wake of bodies and symbols, is not a man at all. The real body lies dormant in the northern crater, suspended in the Lifestream's memory. The Lifestream keeps it suspended, while Jenova's cells prevent it from dissolving. What remains is a shell sustained by infection, a body kept intact so the instinct inside can keep pretending to be him. So what is it that walks before us? Jenova, moving through his image, animating the outline of a legend to keep the world looking in the wrong direction. The escape from the Shinra building, the trail of blood across steel, the encounters that follow. Jenova birth, Jenova life. Each one is a piece of the same entity, reappearing where belief demands it. Every appearance of Sephiroth is Jenova rehearsing the role, until reality itself starts cooperating with the performance. This is where the lie cuts deepest. Hojo called it the reunion theory, his attempt to describe what the parasite was already doing. Every cell of Jenova, no matter how far it drifts, remembers where it came from. That memory calls itself home. Across the planet, the black-cloaked remnants move without understanding why. Cloud follows the same pull. The game lets us think Sephiroth commands them. What draws them north is not an order. It's an instinct older than thought. Jenova's will moves through everything that still carries a trace of her pattern, whispering that scattered things should become one again. That's the real horror. The pilgrimage that drives the story forward isn't the genius of a fallen hero, but the appetite of something that never stops rebuilding itself. The figure we call Sephiroth doesn't lead the reunion. He is its shape, the perfect outline through which the organism remembers what it once was. What looks like purpose is only the cycle continuing, indifferent, precise, and infinite. Let's return to the reactor. Sephiroth stands before the thing called Jenova. The certainty that once made him human fractures, and for a moment, the legend forgets how to exist. Then comes the collapse. Both fall into the heart of the reactor, the man and the alien. Sephiroth died there. His body pierces the Mako below, carrying with it fragments of Jenova, her severed head, and the countless parasitic cells already written into his blood. All of it sinks together into the Lifestream. Meteor, godhood, the promise of ascension. None of it is plan or prophecy. It's the cycle resuming where it was interrupted. A wound summoned so the planet draws its lifeblood to one place. When that river of memory converges, the pattern waiting at its center intends to rise through it. The same instinct, rebuilding itself from whatever form the world remembers best. What moves now isn't a fallen angel, and it isn't rebirth. It's continuation, an ancient behavior rehearsing the same ending until the stage agrees to repeat it. Final Fantasy VII isn't a story of vengeance or broken faith. It's the quiet realization that the face we fear was never his to begin with. Jenova doesn't need worship or followers. It only needs form.
Good to see you, Cloud.
The brilliance of Final Fantasy VII lies in the illusion it sustains. It lets us believe a legend endured, that somewhere inside the story, the man called Sephiroth still moves beneath the weight of his own myth. That perhaps the truth is colder. Perhaps Nibelheim was an ending, not a turning point, and what followed was something else wearing his intent, his voice, his certainty. The manuals swear the will is his. The game never asks you to agree. If Jenova only needs form, then Sephiroth was the finest one the universe ever offered. The rest belongs to those who still dream he was real.
I will never be a memory.